Hey guys, what's up? It's Vampire Bride. A few weeks ago, I did a review of the NES Classic Edition console, so it's only fitting now that I follow that up with the SNES Classic Edition console review. I hope you guys enjoy the video. I was pretty excited to get the SNES Classic Edition after having played the NES Classic Edition. There are 21 games on the system, so I have yet to check them all out, but I have played a bit of quite a few. I will talk more about the games in just a minute though. Unfortunately, there won't be an unboxing portion of this video as I did get the system used and it came without a box. But again, just like the NES, the setup was super simple and it's really easy to switch between the two as needed. The system looks really good. It has the slide buttons of the original SNES and the front panel pulls down, revealing the controller ports. The SNES fixed the few issues that I had with the NES. Instead of the usual black around the screen, it makes it look as though you're looking into a TV with speakers on the side. I thought this was a cool feature and it took up some of the negative space. The main issue I had with the NES Classic Edition was the length of the controller cord. That problem was definitely fixed as the length of the SNES's cord is substantially longer. Also, it came with two controllers instead of just the one, and as both systems have mini two-player games, that is a definite improvement. The sound or music on the home screen is very nice, and a game will start automatically playing if you don't press anything for a certain length of time. The reset button simply sends you back to the home screen, and you can save or lock in your games there. There isn't a whole lot different to say about the SNES Classic Edition that I didn't say in my NES Classic Edition review, as they are much the same. Just mini replicas of their original console. So I thought I'd add a little bit to this video and talk about the games that the SNES has in its repertoire. Starting of course with Super Mario World Yoshi's Island. Though this was not the first appearance of Yoshi, as he appeared in the first Super Mario World, which fittingly is also on the SNES Classic Edition system. The hand-drawn aesthetics of Yoshi's Island really help bring the characters to life. And as Yoshi is my all-time favorite Mario character, I am definitely glad that this beautifully designed game was included in the SNES. Next we have Mario Kart. Mario Kart Wii was the very first console game that I fell in love with, so since the SNES version of Mario Kart was the very first Mario Kart and led to the series of games that we have today, it is really cool to look back and see where Mario Kart started out as. And of course, it's very fun to play two-player. How could this game not be included? Next we have Zelda: A Link to the Past, which many people will still argue is the best Zelda game ever made. There's F-Zero, which is the inspiration for many of the racing games that we have today. Super Metroid, which was published in 1994 and was the third installment of the Metroid series. Street Fighter II Turbo, which received a great reception and has been followed by many games since. Super Punch-Out, which didn't do as good as the NES version. Super Castlevania 4, and Donkey Kong Country, which is an interesting game for me because I played it when I was younger but didn't know what the game was called, so having it and being able to play it again is pretty darn cool. There's Mega Man X, and then of course there's two Kirby games, Kirby's Dream Course and Kirby Superstar, 8 games in one. There's Final Fantasy III, which was actually the 6th Final Fantasy game, but only the 3rd released in the United States. Star Fox 1 and 2, the first 2 games of the well-known and beloved Star Fox series. Super Mario RPG, which was the beginning of the Mario and Luigi games. Another RPG called Secret of Mana, which was published by the company now known as Square Enix, and has been in the list of top 100 RPGs for many years. Earthbound, also known as Mother 2, and Super Ghouls and Ghosts, which I haven't played a lot of, but it sort of reminds me a bit of Castlevania. And last but not least, Contra 3: The Alien Wars. So basically, there's a great list of games that were, and still are, well loved, and have been played and enjoyed by people since the 90s. For the most part, I do think this was a good list for this retro Blast from the Past SNES edition, but I do think it could have included a few more games, as the NES version included 30, and this one only includes 21. Other than that, I think this is a great selection of games for the SNES Classic Edition console, and there is a good variety in the games, from RPGs to platformers. Also, they included the big characters that are still around today, such as Mario and Kirby, Star Fox, and Mega Man. The SNES Classic Edition is a bit more expensive than the NES Classic Edition was at $80 versus the $60 price tag that was on the NES. But that being said, it does also come with the extra controller, but also less games. I guess it kind of evens itself out in the end. It is still not a bad price to have all these games in an adorable little console. It's super quick and easy, and you really do have everything you need to sit down and play right away. This time, even when it's 2-player. This is another quick, easy, and reasonably affordable retro gaming experience that looks great both on screen and as a mini replica, and plays great too. I would definitely recommend picking both of these up if you're into those retro games. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Hit that like button if you liked the video, and of course subscribe for more videos weekly.